Hello everybody and welcome back to Aurora 4X. I of course am Sir Beardian, and today we're going to continue on and see about getting some salvage done. Now we have a salvage fleet currently in position in Ipswich. We've got a couple of wrecks that we can salvage some minerals from, so we're going to be doing that. We've just finished scrapping a couple of ships in Australia, and we currently have a few more scrap orders currently underway. One of the caracals is almost done, and we also have a couple of build orders that are currently in progress as well. So we got a lightning dragon which has just been started. We got some echidnas, we got some we got a squadron of wyverns. Now what we're gonna do is I'm considering perhaps enhancing the anteater. The anteater is our okay. Well, we can get better armor at least because we have that. Do we have the enhanced equipment for this guy? So we got fusion drives, but not the Mark IIs. So we're going to be swapping out for these. There we go. Pick up 5 extra billion kilometers range, which is nice. We got, you know, we got a lot of stuff. Let's go have a look at our tech. Now, for me, it has been a couple of days. Yesterday's episode was one that I found that I forgot to upload. So it has been a couple of days for me. Mainly because I've been sick. So that's me. Right, so we're not going to be getting new engines for a while, I believe. Drive is 80,000. We're doing jump drive efficiency, and then no, we can get the next drive. We can get the next drive. We're not doing power boost here. The fuel consumption will be cheaper, as with the capacitor rate, though. So, yeah, you know what? I want the capacitor rate, and I want the fuel consumption, and then we can go for the fusion drive. Okay. So, I think we should work on enhanced designs for our ships. So, Anteater, so we got better armor. We've got the better engines with a little bit extra fuel, with a little bit extra range. Let's go have a look at our fire controls. So we got Odinson fire controls. Magazines are fine as they are. We could get better ones, but maybe we should get better ones. We'll come back to those. So we've got size 6 phalanx launchers and 20 size 1 missile launchers. Let's have a look at what launchers we have at the moment. Now, these are not the best we've got, but the size 1s are probably good enough. Let's compare. So size 1, 10-second reload rate. So we could shrink it. Yeah, that's basically what we've got at the moment. So we're not going to use those. What about size 6s for our anti-fighter missiles? They're currently full size for the 40-second reload, and now how big are they? 4.5. So these are currently double reload for 75 seconds. Which is what we already have. Okay, so those are fine. So the launchers are the best we've got at the moment. That's fine. I'm pretty sure we do have better fire controls, though. So let's have a look at our fire controls. Which are back up here. Here we go. Okay, fire control. Now, Res 1 fire control, we have the Odinson, yeah, we've got that. Tap in our point defense, so we've got that. Res 20 fire control is this one. Now, here's the thing, right? Now, the wedgetails have a range of 20 million kilometers. The question is it worth it? So at the moment we have size 1 res 25 controls, right? Do we want to enhance that? Missile fire controls, here we go. And we have, what's the range in our res 1? 55. So at resolution 1, and we're looking for a AMM range of how much? 6.2 million kilometers. Yep, wrong way. Yeah, size 6. So we could actually reduce our anti-missile fire controls to size 6 and maintain the range. That's 100 tons shaved per fire control. And we could get significantly improved range on our... The thing is, right, these would be able to double up as our anti-fighter fire controls, right? Because at the moment we have 2 of these guys, but they have less range than our res 1s. And these things will lock onto fighters at 55 million kilometers. Now, we have 4 of these guys at size 1. So if we shave 100 tons, if we shave 2 hull size off to 6 off 2 of our missile fire controls, that gives us 4 additional space. So we would be able to have 3 anti-missile fire controls and 3 55 million kilometer range anti-fighter fire controls for the exact same tonnage. So we'd get more range on our anti-fighter fire controls. I think that would be a suitable option. I think that would be appropriate. That would work well. And if we drop the size to 5, we'd lose 1 million kilometers on the anti-missile fire control. No, I don't think we need to. I think this would work. Okay. Odinson. MFC. C for combined. 55R1. Okay. And this actually needs to go in here. Not that it really matters, it all ends up in the same spot anyway. So create. It's going to take a while to actually develop that, but that is fine. So we've got our new engines, we've got our Lambers of composite armor. That's pretty much it, really. We could potentially stick some shields on here. ECM, yeah, we want ECM on there because we saved a little bit of tonnage off the armor. We dropped from 17. Yeah, we dropped exactly. We dropped 3 hull size worth of armor, so we can now actually add ECM onto our missile ship. Okay. Sensors and fire control. There it is. Now we've got a 50, but he's working on that. We have a 45, so you can do it. There we go. And we are going to give you the Odinson fire control. Okay, 19th of October. That works, that's about a month. Okay, so we got our Anteater Mark II. We'll design that in a moment. We can probably get a better, getting better ECM and ECCM would be great on the Joey. But that's neither here nor there. Echidna Mark II, I believe, is already designed for optimal. Yep, ECM3. Huntsman's a missile battle cruiser. It does not have the Mark II engines. Okay. So we can copy that. Get the Mark II engines in. Get the new armor. Shave a bit of tonnage. ECM. We'll upgrade the E-Warp system. ECM3. ECCM3. For those, excellent. We can probably shrink down the fire controls a little bit. How big are they? 13. Yeah, we could shrink those down. Get some shields on. So that is an option. Oh, we got better damage control. There we go. Okay. If we swap out the fuel storage for compressed, 3 of those gets 33. If we use a couple of regular, there we go. So 3 large and a small gives us 25 billion kilometer range, which is about ideal. That will give us a little bit of tonnage to play with. So we currently saved 850 tons off the Huntsman. So that's pretty good savings, and we haven't even really needed to change anything. What kind of magazine can we actually get? Can we get a better magazine? There's a magazine. There it is. I'm sure we can get a better magazine. Here we go. So, let's match specs. Size 19 gives us 339. So, a little bit more storage capacity. Tiny bit more capacity. Cost 101. So, same cost. A little bit higher capacity. And we also get the 3 hull size. We could increase it to 4 hull size. That would still give us more capacity. How much for the same capacity? 8 hit to kill. That would make a really tough magazine. That would make a pretty damn hard magazine. But if we just keep it at 5, we still get a nice little boost. We could drop it to 18 to have the same capacity. So 1 less hull size and 5 hit to kill. So tougher and a fraction smaller. And we also get the 2 extra. I mean, that's pretty much win-win. So we will create that for design. Okay. Mark II drive, limited composite, we've got all those, excellent. Those are all fine. Do I want to enhance the Voyager? I think maybe not at the moment. We'll come back to you. Okay. Missiles and kinetics. We don't have anybody running missiles and kinetics at the moment. So I guess... Wait, we don't? Yeah, we do. This guy. Okay. He's not too far off. We'll give you the new magazine. And get you out immediately. Okay. Yeah, okay, cue that up. We're getting a bunch of missile text anyway soon, so that's okay. Alright, fire control and magazine are queued. Let's keep going. Get some actual progress done today. Okay, we got Walter Riley is out of orders. Alright, you're doing, you're in Hamburg, and you're out of gravitational survey. So Hamburg is there. So it looks like, is Hamburg a dead end? Really? Has that been fully surveyed then? Almost. One left. Go survey that. Come back to when you're done. Looks like Sydney is missing a couple of survey points as well. We'll have to come back to that. Okay. What else we got? Ship scrapped. Okay, so there's a Caracal scrapped. So let's compare. Oof, scrapping all these magazines is gonna suck. So iron combat drives, they can get scrapped. They're junk. These fire controls are old, they can get junked. Launchers size 10s, nope, they're old, they can get scrapped. And these launchers are fine. Okay. Apart from that, yeah, that's looking fine. Okay. Let's keep on going. Should have a first salvage done. Okay. Now, where are we? Why are we in Brisbane? I don't know why we're in Brisbane. Anyway. Okay, so salvage of unknown, Duranium, Neutronium, Cobalt, Boronite, Macassium, Sorium, Iridium, and Gallicite. So basically nothing really useful. Couple of dregs and minerals. Alright, Thor is out of orders. 5 system bodies, so we're looking at a gravitational survey next. And 13 years out. That's going to start hitting morale soon. Okay. Keep going. No, hang on, that's because he's in Brisbane. Why is Thor trying to survey Brisbane? Brisbane being surveyed. Hasn't it? Guess not. Okay, so we actually have a link between Melbourne and Brisbane now. So that's going to make things a bit interesting. So 7.9, 10.8. 15443. It's still faster to go from Adelaide through Brisbane, but that there is a link there. So that's interesting. Okay. Right. Okay, so first things first. Okay, we made contact with the Braca. I thought we already had contact with the Braca, but oh well. Abandoned mine in Newcastle A. Yeah. Newcastle A fueling. Yeah, no shit. Nest is overhauled. Okay, so Thor and Abel. Thor, you are in Brisbane. Of course you can't survey anything. Go to Cairns. Wollongong, Cairns. Out you go. Do a geo survey. And Abel, you are currently surveying Geelong. Which is out of Darwin. Hang on, let me see Geelong. This looks freshly surveyed. Or freshly explored. Because the map was out. No, there's nothing there. That's why. Okay. So, Abel, you can do a grav survey and just see what's there. Okay. So we're opening up the galaxy a little bit. Let's keep going. I want Sol to be visible. Actually. Salvage in Ipswich. Alright, second one got salvaged for just minerals. As usual. Unknown class wrecks are usually going to be minerals because they don't actually have any components in them. So it's very unlikely that you're going to get a component out of these types of wrecks. Most of the time you will just get minerals. If not all the time, you'll just get minerals. So, alright, 20 days to finish salvage. I think they've hit that 15,000 ton wreck next. Okay. Ship scrapped, Babadag, Kamal Heavy. Alright, let's go see what we got out of it. Standard damage control, scrap it. ECM1, scrap it. Vospra Mag Plasma, oh yeah, scrap that. Old fire control, oof, 5 of them, scrap them. Maintenance storage can stay, always room for those. But this is our old 10-1 size 10 launchers, so we can scrap those. And we got a bunch of minerals out of it, so that's nice. Okay. Yep, let's keep going. Three-day jump, that's fine. Looks like exploration in Broken Hill. So it looks like we've got a new system. Not sure why it's not notifying of new systems being discovered. Not even in the full event log, which is a little bit annoying. Okay, system surveyed in for Hamburg. There's Broken Hill there. Save that. So Hamburg has been surveyed, which is here. And it looks like that's a dead end. It's only got a single jump point. So that's fine, I guess. We got 900 tons of Macassium on Newcastle A3. Not really too much else. So, okay. Who's in Hamburg? Hamburg is Amerigo Vespucci. There we are. And where are we going to send you? I think we're going to send you to Sydney to finish off that survey. Don't know why it didn't get done. Oh well. Okay. Alright, fire controls are done. And ruins in Newcastle A3 have been fully exploited. So that's the last of them. With a commercial spaceport, well, that's shit. Can't move those. Oh well. Newcastle A3 has been fully exploited. So there we go. Okay, so 2 construction factories. 1 fuel refinery. 4 mines. 6 automated mines. 1 terraforming installation. 1 research lab. Yep, got that. 3 gene mod centers. And 1 ground force training. Can we actually even move that? I don't think we can move that. No, we can't. 320 infrastructure can get moved. And is that it? Yep, that's it. Okay. We might end up having to move that manually. Oh well. Audits and fire control is done though. That's the important thing. So we've got 15 labs. We can put them back into grav strength and missiles and power. Okay. So let's go get that fire control. So that's in the anteater. So 17,000 tons is what we're after. We could do 4 for 200 extra tons, or we could save 150 tons, go for 3, and put a couple of shields on. We'll save a little bit more with the better magazines as well. So for now, where's the shields? There they are. Alright, 8 shields. It's not much. Might actually be better off with armor. That's 100 tons. Might be better off with armor, actually. Wait, we need maintenance supplies. We need more maintenance supplies. That's 1250. That is exactly enough. We need one more. Okay, because you want your maintenance supplies to be twice your max repair, because this is your repair cost, maximum repair cost for maintenance. Your MSP needs to be double in order for you to be able to repair battle damage. So keep that in mind. Okay, that's good enough for now. So we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for. Actually, so with 3 launchers capable of firing each, we don't necessarily need this ratio either. I still want the 20 size 1 launchers because it doesn't really matter that there's 3 of them. They can. 6 is 18. 6, 12, 18. If we drop these 2, I mean, we need the launchers more than we need the fire controls for missiles, right? So, no, we'll keep that as 20. Yeah, keep that as 20, and then 4, 8, 12. Yeah, we can just put 4 launchers each on the size 6 launcher. But we cycled these anyway with anti-missile systems, so anti-fighter systems, so it's okay. Alright. Okay, so that's almost done, and Huntsman, it's not using that fire control anyway, so okay. Okay. Now, very important, Newcastle. Army transport. Army Group 2 specifically. Load ground units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Load them all. And where are we going? Fremantle or Ipswich? Still waiting to figure out which one. More likely it's going to be end up being Ipswich, but we got, is it sensors or energy? Actually, we don't really need the energy. The sensors is what I'm a lot more interested in, but I don't know what kind of actual installations we'll get. So we're just going to have to wait for the teams. So load them up, but we're going to have to wait for the teams to finish working. So we'll see what they come back and say. Alright. Next tick. Walter Riley completed orders. Excellent. Okay. You're in Hamburg at the moment. Yeah, what happened? Okay, you're in Hamburg at the moment, which is there. Did I not send somebody to Sydney? Who did I send to Sydney? I can't remember who I sent to Sydney. So, Walter Riley, you're going to Sydney. I'm certain I sent somebody to Sydney. Who did I send to Sydney? You. And you're in Hamburg as well. Ah, right, because there's 2 of them there. Okay. So, you won't go to Sydney. 9 years. Send you home. Oh, that's a Wills. Oh. Oh. Just go. Just go. Okay. Yeah, no, that shit needs retiring. Okay. Next cycle. New active... Melbourne aliens in Broken Hill. We have contact, folks. Now, Melbourne aliens, I believe, are the precursors. So we have precursor contacts in Broken Hill. Broken Hill is up here, so it's not too far off. Carrier group, you should be ready by now. Cactus is scrapping. We don't need you. So, shipyard, cactus. In you go there. Okay. Hunt group alpha, we want... We got one cactus and we got an echidna. We don't have an echidna ready. So, we're going to bring an additional cactus. 2 cactus, echidna, we got 2 anteaters to provide anti-missile anti-missile support. So we have 5 anti-missile ships, we have 5 nests, we have butchers, magpies, iron shields, drop bears, plenty of Hugens. Drop bears, ooh, very important. How many marines do we have? We have a couple marines. Okay, we have marine companies. That's fine. So, off we go then. Okay. Now, very important, do we have a camelback? We do not. We're going to steal one from the Hunt Group Alpha. So we got anteaters, we got cacti, we got echidna. We got magazine ships, we got wyverns. No cannon class. Do we want to bring some cannon class? I think we do. These guys can't really go anywhere anyway. Hang on. Yeah, we don't have jump ships. We have to get jump ships. Do we want to bring the wyverns, or do we want to just run carrier up? I think I'm fine with carrier up. We got butchers and magpies. We got iron shields. I would love it if we had a the lightning dragon ready, but that thing's not even close to being done. So, okay. Now we'll bring a couple of wyverns just in case. And do we have a sensitive wyvern? Yes, we do. We have the beagle. Excellent. Okay. Let's dispatch. Canberra. Melbourne. Broken Hill. Move to jump point. Now, very, very important, before we go anywhere, is we need munitions. We can't send the ships out unloaded. So, first things first. Brief. Ordnance from population. So we got wedgetails for our... Yep, that's fine. Columnus is running skinks. That's fine. Nest, you're running wedgetails. That's fine. New Scorpigal, you're running skinks, and Rillanon, you're running skinks. Good. You have what you need. Who's next on magazine? Anteaters. Barlad. Barlad. We need you running Wedgetails and Hornets. So let's get you 120 Wedgetails. Make it 140 Wedgetails and the rest Hornets. Okay, 140 Wedgetails. And Baratit. I said 120? I said 140. Almost 500 Hornets per ship. That's almost 1,000 Hornets amongst our Anteaters. And Hornets are a pretty good anti-missile system, anti-missile platform system, so that's fine. What else we got? We got magazine ships, MC 1 and 2. So what do we want? We want, let's say, $150 Wedgetails. Make it okay. 160 Wedgetails. And load up the rest on Skinks. 89, that'll do. Stick a couple of Hornets in there. No, can't. Okay. 2, I'm going to stick 880 Skinks, and I'm going to load the rest on Hornets. Alright. Perfect. So we got our magazine ships loaded. We got our bombers loaded. Anything else that needs ammo? Got a couple of bombers that haven't reloaded properly. Magpie 1 and 2. Why have you not reloaded? No, you're not running Wedgetails. You're running. Wait, what are the Magpies running? Magpies are running Bull Ants, which are anti-fighter? Size 6. Yeah, anti-fighters. So, yeah, Wedgetails. Ugh, they all have Bull Ants. Oh, bugger me. Okay. Fuck. Population. Okay. Wedgetail, Bull Ant, Wedgetail. Bull Ant, Wedgetail. Bull Ant, Wedgetail. Bull Ant, Wedgetail. I don't think I'm going to continue this. This is too much micro. Just 14. Oh, that'll do. Important question. Not here. Is there a reason they haven't reloaded? They're in the same series. Weird. Okay, that's fine. Alright, we have 12 days until we arrive. So, Francisco. No default. Turn and burn. We are well outside of their active sensor range. And by the way, folks, this is why you use passive sensors. Hang on, what did we actually detect? Yeah, we got their active sensor. So we detected their active sensor from here. That is like almost 4 times their actual active sensor range. We're not even seeing their thermals, right? What is a Francisco? What's a Francisco? Francisco is... It's probably going to be a Voyager. Yeah, Voyager class. Okay. So, let's have a look at the Voyager. So, Voyager's running equal strength, thermal, and EM. So, Cicero is all the way down here at, what is it, 150 million kilometers? Nope. 1.2 billion kilometers. It's 1.2 billion kilometers away. And our sensitivity 55 EM sensor has picked them up. That is how far away we are. And we are able to see him because he's got his actives blaring. And we have a mediocre passive EM. If you want to spot ships, you use passives, because they see ships from really far away. And if you don't want to be seen, keep your actives off, because that's the shit that you get into when you have your actives running all the time. And yes, I know I have my actives running all the time. But that's because I'm not trying to hide. If I was trying to hide, I would have my actives off. But this is why passives are so damn powerful, right? He's got a Res 100 sensor. It can easily spot us if we were inside his active range. But because we are outside of his active range, he can't see shit. He can't see us. He might have the thermals to detect us, but we only have a thermal signature of like 300, 800. What's his active strength? 336? So he's got 336 million kilometers. Now, assuming that he has roughly equal tech with us, to get 333 million kilometers on a Res 100 sensor, hang on, 336 is about that. So he doesn't have the exact same strength as us, but to get that strength, he has a signature strength of, where is it? It's not 308, it's like 300,000. Right? You multiply your actual strength by like 1,000 or something ridiculous like that. Right? If we go, let's go have a look at our own active sensor. So, sensor wyvern, right? So, 340 strength for 340 million kilometers at Res 180. So, he's going to have a lot stronger signal. We have a gravitational pulse strength of 41,500. 41,500 EM strength signal. And that is why we can see him from 1.2 billion kilometers away, but the chances of him seeing us are basically zero. Because we have a thermal strength of 800, which means he needs a ridiculously more powerful and more sensitive passive thermal sensor to be able to see us at the range that we are seeing him. So, what are the chances that we are gonna lose our Voyager? Basically zero, unless it's something much closer that we haven't seen because they're not running actives. Basically zero. This guy is never going to see this guy. Simple as that. Not unless it's significantly faster. It happens to come our way. But that is why you want to use passive sensors when you can. When you don't need actives. And you don't want to put actives either. What's the size of... that's the other thing, right? That's the other thing. Hang on. That's the other thing, right? Our little active... How big was it to get to 330,000? 11 hull size, right? 11 hull size. And Voyager... How big is your passive sensor? 5. Our passive EM and thermal sensors are together smaller than an active sensor of his strength. So that's the thing. If you want your ships to be able to see and spot, run passives. The only ships that need active sensors that are not there are only really 2 reasons you need active sensors. You need an anti-missile sensor to lock onto missiles on your anti-missile ships, and potentially on your point defense ships. You need a big active sensor to paint targets for your anti-ship missile ships, and you want a tiny, teeny little minuscule active on your gunships so that they can always lock onto targets. Those are basically the only 3 circumstances where you need an active sensor to lock onto guns with. That's it. For spotting ships, passives are the way to go, especially if they're being stupid and running their actives all day. But now he is moving to Lagrange point 1. It looks like don't have a speed. I don't know why we don't have a speed, considering he actually appears to have moved, unless he's orbiting. Where's the Lagrange point? Where's the other? Oh, it's all the way out fucking there. Never mind then. There is a distinct possibility that they may have spotted us on other sensors. He may have. They're precursors. They're not NPRs, so they do have advanced tech. And it does look like he may have seen us, because he's also turned on his actives. So he may have a very, 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 very sensitive thermal passive, or there may be a ship that's out here patrolling that did spot us and he's coming our way. So, yeah, we're not immune. The chances are basically 0, but they're not actually 0. Like I said, it's entirely possible that there's something did spot us first, sent an alert to him, and then now he's popped his actives and he's blaring. Because we're further away. Why are we not getting his movement range? We should have seen that. Oh well. 6,800 research points for ECM4. Okay, Salvager. Let's just double check and make sure that he's holding on to his research points, because 6,800 research points for ECM is good shit. Salvager. What the hell is it? Did I name it something weird? No, there it is. Okay. Do not release tech data. Good. Okay. Yeah, so with these random wrecks, you will pretty much never find components, but you can still find tech. You can still find raw research points. Now, he's going the other way. He doesn't know we're here. I'm pretty sure he doesn't know we're here. He might know we're here. I don't know. I don't think he knows we're here. No, he doesn't know we're here. Doesn't know anything. The only thing he's going to know is that we're going to rock up in system with a gigantic fucking active sensor going da 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 da. And yeah, then he's going to get a face full of missiles from our bombers. That's all he knows. He doesn't know dick. 2 days out. 2 days, then he's fucked. And we're going to see him from miles away. Alright, production cycle. Francisco Pizarro has completed orders. Francisco Pizarro. Oh, you're fresh. You're fresh. Broken Hill. Broken Hill. Rangio. Oh, hang on. Yeah, run geo. Why is... I don't fucking know, man. Yeah, just run geo. Okay. Capacity added, don't really care right now. Okay. Just waiting for our carrier group to arrive. Okay, carry grip should be here any moment now. Oh, why are you moving, you idiot? Oh, of course, we're in Broken Hill. Ugh, I'm an idiot. Okay, I'm an idiot. Alright, yeah, he's just fucking around over there. 22 hours. Yeah, no shit, it's lost. But that's the other thing, right? You don't need a colossal passive sensor to be able to see things either. Like, you don't need a size 50 passive EM sensor. And as soon as they turn on their active sensor, you're basically going to see them anywhere in system if you have like 100 sensitivity. If you get your passive EM up to 100 sensitivity, that's all you'll pretty much ever need, because unless they have really tiny active sensors, you're going to see them from miles away. Or in this case, literally billions of miles away, right? There's really, really very little reason. Oh, 6 days. Okay. There's really very reason, like, you don't need a giant passive EM sensor. A giant passive thermal sensor is a maybe, because thermal signatures are a lot weaker than a big giant fuck off active EM sensor. But at the end of the day, you still don't need a gigantic one. You can afford having a smaller one, because you're still going to see them really far out, even with a reasonable thermal sensor. But thermal sensors, especially giant, big, sensitive ones, are really good for picking out fighters, because you don't have to worry about resolution. And fighters have surprisingly powerful, they run surprisingly hot. Like, you'd be surprised how hot a fighter actually runs. I mean, it's not as hot as a big, battle cruiser like this thing with 2,500 thermals, but, like, even a Butcher runs 1,200 thermal, right? So it's running at, like, 5% to the thermal signature of a big, nasty 17 kiloton ship, right? So it's not exactly zero. And NPRs, they do not use thermal shielding, so you can get away with not needing a super sensitive thermal. Against another player, if they run thermal shielding, you're going to want a giant, big, sensitive thermal sensor. If you even bother with the thermals at all and just run actives. Alright, carry grips here. But that is it for today. I'm going to leave you with a little cliffhanger. Let's split off. Just take a couple of minutes to split off tankers, and we're gonna load ground unit into. Wow, okay, that's a lot of marine companies. We're not gonna load anything just yet. We're gonna launch them, then have them load in individually. All right, active sensors off as well. We will actually go in a little bit on the quiet side. So that is it for today. Gonna leave the episode here. We're gonna jump in after this. We're gonna move in, and we are going to. Who the fuck is having issues? Why are you combat loading? Oh. That doesn't even need auto active off. Okay. Yeah, next episode we are going to jump in. We're going to see what's in here, and then we're either going to bomb the ever-loving fuck out of it, or we're going to board it. Hopefully board it. I would love to get my hands on a mostly intact precursor ship. That would be amazing. Especially one that's this reasonably close to our own, to Earth, so that we can get it home easily enough. We'll see how we go.